Elizabeth Harris, and I'm just going to do a really quick tutorial on these butterfly plunger cutters. They're in my new range, which is out in Home Bargains, and I just thought I would do a really quick tutorial to show you the best way so that you can get them to be 3D as opposed to just having them flat, so on your cake. So I'll just pop them out. So I use sugar paste when I roll out these. So I've got a bit of sugar paste here. I'm just going to give this little roll a nice little knead. I need a little bit of icing sugar on my work surface. You don't want too much because you don't want to dry the icing out. And then I'm just going to take a small rolling pin. This is an 8.5 inch one. I could use a big one, but I only need a small one for this. And I'm just going to roll out my sugar paste. You do want it to be fairly thin because if it's too heavy, it will want to drag down a little bit. It will want to droop your butterfly as opposed to staying in a nice 3D position. So I'm just going to roll this out. Keep moving it around as you're rolling it, making sure that it can move underneath and it doesn't get stuck to your table. Okay, so probably got about the thickness that I want it to now, maybe a couple of millimeters, if that. So I'm just going to pop that down there, and I'll show you with my largest butterfly plunger cutter so hopefully you can see it the clearest. I'm just going to press down. Before I pull it up, I'm going to push down my centre, and this is so it makes a nice vein, like butterfly marks on it. So I'm just going to make sure it's all in the right place, and then again I'm going to push down and let it come out in my hand. Now you can see there that it's made a nice pattern on the butterfly, so you don't need to then go over with a veiner. You can just leave it like that, and then when it's completely set, you could always paint it, little bits of it with gold, or put spots on it, whatever you like, or you can just leave it plain, or you can put a bit of dust on it. So you can just put it flat, stick it onto your cake like this with water, that would be nice. Or what you can do, and this is what I tend to do with butterflies, is I find something that's this shape. So this is actually a chocolate mould that I have. You can use egg cartons, they're quite a good thing to use. Or if you buy your fruit at a fruit and veg shop, and sometimes maybe the plums or the apples, they come in trays, they're quite a good shape to hold things as well. So I'm just going to place my butterfly, I'm just going to give it a little squeeze there, and I'm just going to place it inside that mould, and I'm going to leave that overnight. So I'll do a medium-sized one as well. I'm going to push down to make sure I get my markings, and then pop it out. Whoop, there we go. And again, a little squeeze in the middle and put it into the mould. I've just put a bit of icing sugar over the mould so that they don't stick. So if I leave them overnight or longer, depending on if you're in a really warm climate, it'll take longer. If you're in a very cold climate like we are right now, it's pretty chilly here, then overnight is fine. So I did these ones last night, and these are slightly, put that there, these are slightly smaller ones, and now you can see that when they're flat, they're 3D. So if I was to put them on a cake, it would look like the butterfly is about to fly off or is just hovering in that position. And I think it's more effective than having them flat. So I just wanted to show you an easy way to get them to be 3D. And you can just stick those onto your cake with a little bit of royal icing. I wouldn't try and stick them on with water because once they're set, they're not as tacky and they won't stick on as well. But a little bit of royal icing on your cake and then pop your butterfly on, and they look really nice. So that's just a quick tutorial on the best way to use these butterfly plunger cutters. Hope you liked it.